boys, it's Zach here a couple days later after this was filmed during editing. Today's video is a little different, still a banger, do not worry. We're going to be ranking NFL starting quarterbacks 1 through 32. Be sure to drop a like, be sure to subscribe. Now let's get into the video.
To start off, I'm actually a really big Wentz fan. I think that Wentz doesn't have a lot of the pieces that a lot of other teams do to take a team to where they are want to go, to a Super Bowl. So to start, I want to put Wentz in solid. I think that's where he belongs right now.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Next up, what do you think, Luke?
All right, so we got Tyrod Taylor here. Here's the deal. I can't say he's unproven because he's been in the league for quite some time now. And I can't say he's average because every team he's played on, he's literally gotten benched or he's been a backup the whole year. So I got to say Tyrod's a bum. Look, he was the starting quarterback for my Browns, and then he got benched for Baker. Like, he wasn't playing bad, but Baker just had that one good game, and he got benched.
Now, next up, we got Big Ben. Big Ben hasn't played a full season.
He shaved his beard.
I think Big Ben, we're talking about this season, this coming season in the NFL. This is ranking 2020 NFL quarterbacks. So I would say maybe 5 years ago, I would have him in elite or superstar, but now I think I'm going to put him in average.
I'm smiling because I'm a Browns fan. As we know, Russell Wilson is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's obviously either
it's up to these two.
Look,
my guy.
I think he's kind of on the edge, but I think I'm going to put Russell Wilson in superstar.
I would do
because
that as well.
I feel like if I put him in elite, it'd be like the latter levels of elite. So I'm just going to put him in superstar because he is a superstar.
Next up, we have Nick Foles. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier, how we have some teams that have not a clear-cut starter. Nick Foles just got traded to a Bears team that we don't know a lot about. We know they do have 10 tight ends on their roster. I don't know what they're doing with that front office, man. I'm not going to lie. Since we are rating quarterbacks this season, I know Nick Foles isn't on Tyrod Taylor level.
Oh, he won a Super Bowl by himself. You're going to put him bum?
No. I say he still's got some left in the tank.
Oh.
I'm saying he's not on Tyrod Taylor level. I'm saying he's average. I can't put him in solid, obviously, because he's fighting for a job with Mitchell Trubisky.
Okay, so here we have Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, as Giants fans like to say. He had a good rookie season last year, especially for, how mad Giants fans were. So yeah, I'm going to put him unproven because that's literally what he is. I feel like after this year, if everything goes right, I can feel like he could be solid.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that I think will fall into that category in this list. Now, next up, we have, first off, shout out to Mason Cohen, man, friend of both me and Luke. Now, Mason would tell me, Dak Prescott, he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Now, Mason, I want you to check your facts just a little bit. Y'all have one of the most talented offenses in the NFL.
It's facts.
And didn't do anything with it. Now, you're going to make the argument, Jason Garrett, terrible coach, got fired this season. And I'm going to say, Dak Prescott, if he was a superstar quarterback, would lead that team with a terrible coach.
It's facts.
So
it's facts.
I'm going to take Dak Prescott. He's a good quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. But I would say he's a low top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And that's why I'm going to put him in the elite category.
See, the fact that Carson Wentz isn't solid, I feel like if you replace Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott,
I agree.
Carson Wentz would lead that team to, I think with the offense that he has, it'd be a Super Bowl. So if that was the case, I feel like Carson Wentz would pop off. But I agree with that. Then. Okay, so I just got 2 unproven quarterbacks in a row.
Nah, this isn't even unproven, my friend. This is totally unknown. Okay. I'm gonna put him in there before we even talk about it.
Fine. Okay, it's Jarrett Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham has thrown 4 NFL passes, and one of them is a pick 6.
So look, here's the deal. He literally falls into unknown/rookie because he's unknown. He falls into bum because he threw a pick the first pass of his career. He falls into unproven because he hasn't proved himself at all. So he can literally be in any of those 3. Here. Can I do my boy?
Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is really underrated for me. So I feel like he just proved himself this year. I feel like he just proved that he can be an elite quarterback. He took the Bills into the playoffs with not that many weapons around him. So I'm going to put him at solid. Him and Carson Wentz can both do similar things on the I was about to say on the court.
Now, we got Tom Brady. There's going to be a lot of different opinions. Let's just put it that way on this one. There's going to be a lot of different opinions. Tom Brady, with his last pass of his Patriots career, threw a pick six to lose the game. Now, I'm not sure what he's going to do with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Neither does anybody
In his
else.
defense, it was really stupid that the Titans player actually ran it back into the end zone. But yeah, it was a pick six. But we're saying at this point in their career, like where they are now, obviously 5 years ago, Tom Brady is a superstar. But right now,
in Tom Brady's career, he's starting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We haven't seen what he's done with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm tempted to either go with solid or unproven. I wouldn't put him in elite yet because I don't think he's top 10. I would say elite is top 10. I would say superstar is top 3. But to be honest, I'm tempted to put him in unproven because I don't know what he's done yet with the Buccaneers. So I think that's what I'm going to do.
Tom Brady is now on the same row as Daniel Jones.
Hey, Danny Jones and
They're
Tom.
both unproven, you know? Okay, next we have Drew Brees. Now look, Drew Brees, obviously he's one of the best quarterbacks ever. He just passed like a bunch of milestones last year. But he has Michael Thomas on his team. He just led him to the most insane receiving year ever by a receiver. But in all, he couldn't lead his team far in the playoffs with having a very talented offense. So I'm saying that's like our main thing. If you can't lead your team far in the playoffs, then your ranking is going to go down. So I'm going to put him on elite because Drew Brees is obviously an elite quarterback. And he's better than Carson Wentz and Josh Allen. So,
all right, this is an interesting one. Here we have Sam Darnold, man. Sam Darnold is on a terrible Jets roster. Honestly, I think that he is in between average and bum. I think that in a system that he fits, I think that he could be solid. But at the moment, I'm going to put him. I wish we had a below average and not bum.
yeah.
I think that. For this situation, I'm going to put him in bum because I think that goes with below average. I think that he's destined for another disappointing season with the Jets this year, and that's why I'm going to put him in the bum category.
But I do think he has some breakout potential this year.
Yeah, I think that he does too, but I think in a system like the Jets, I don't think he fits it.
Okay, next we have
drop him in there.
The new era, Lamar Jackson.
Drop him in there, my friend.
I mean, okay, look. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm a Browns fan, but you can't even deny. You saw what he did last year as a second-year player last year? He was second year. In his second year, he's breaking every record, starting new, just completely different trends in the NFL. So, superstar, obviously.
Another quarterback just like that, second-year player. All right, next we got Kirk Cousins. Now, Kirk Cousins, I saw on ESPN's tier list, got so much disrespect. Now, I'm calling you out, ESPN. Your QB tier list was nasty. One of the grossest.
I haven't looked at it fully yet.
Kyler Murray at 3. Top 3? You would consider Kyler Murray a top 3 quarterback in the NFL this season?
They put Kyler Murray top 3.
Top 3. And they put Dak
over Russell Wilson?
They put Dak at 4. And I believe they put Russell Wilson at 6. I don't remember.
Okay, but with Lamar and they put
back to Kirk Cousins. I saw they had Kirk Cousins mid-20s, somewhere around there. Now, Kirk Cousins, I think, is way better than mid-20s. I would not put Kirk Cousins in superstar or elite, but I do not think he is down with the average, low average, unproven. I would say Kirk Cousins is a very solid quarterback. Kirk Cousins led the Vikings to beat the Saints. Now, we have Drew Brees up here in elite. I think that Kirk Cousins fits the Viking system very well, and I think that he's a great quarterback. So that's why I'll put him in solid.
Yeah.
I'll put him in mid-solid, though.
I think we can also put Ben Roethlisberger in the Tom Brady category because he just came off that elbow injury. He's unproven as well. Okay, so Justin Herbert, him and Tyrod Taylor obviously fighting for the starting spot. I really do think that Tyrod's going to start the season off. And, Zach just did it. He's unknown, and he's a rookie. But I know Zach doesn't really like Justin Herbert, right?
No, I do like Justin Herbert. I actually like Justin Herbert a lot. I really am fond of quarterbacks who are very smart players.
Yeah.
I saw that Justin Herbert graduated in 3 years and won the academic Heisman with I don't remember, but it was 4-point-something GPA. So
just looking at his
Andrew Luck, that's the reason I love the Colts. And obviously now I'm gonna start crying and everything. You want me to? You want me to cry like a little baby? No, I'm a man. I think Justin Herbert is in a situation like this with the LA Chargers with Anthony Lynn as their head coach. I think
Anthony Lynn had a really bad year last year.
But the year before that, he had a very good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Anthony Lynn was looking at like one of the best coaches in the league, and last year I don't even know what happened. It was just.
Now next up we got Jared Goff. Jared Goff is interesting. Jared Goff actually was a very solid quarterback a couple of years ago.
That's true.
But I feel like he's digressed, and now he's just a very average quarterback. I think that the Rams a couple of seasons ago were also very solid Super Bowl team, and then they just blew it, and everything went downhill from there.
I wouldn't even be mad if you put Jared Goff as bum. Like last year was so bad. Why am I getting all of the unknown players? I've gotten all of the unknown players. But yeah, Joe Burrow, first pick in the draft. I love Joe Burrow. I think he's going to be a superstar one day. But, I mean, not like on the tier list. But I feel like he's going to be like a superstar in general one day. But yeah, he's unproven. Literally.
Hey, Joe Burrow, #1 overall pick in the draft.
He has some weapons.
I agree with Luke's point that he will be a superstar one day. But to be honest, I do not think that it's going to be on the Cincinnati Bengals. You can take Matt Ryan too, since you got a lot of players that you can't talk about.
Yeah, okay, so I'll take Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan for me is still an elite quarterback. I'm putting Matt Ryan in the elite section.
I would too.
But he's just really talented. Matt Ryan is very, very good at football. And he's better than all the solid quarterbacks in my opinion. And he's still got a lot left in the tank. He won MVP a couple years ago. So he's very good fantasy quarterback too. So yeah, elite.
Now we have Aaron Rodgers, man. Now Aaron Rodgers, I would not say is a very happy guy right now, as the Packers picked Jordan Love first round. Now saying this, Aaron Rodgers I think is very undervalued, both in the NFL and fantasy-wise this season. I think that the Packers and Aaron Rodgers still have a lot in them, even with having probably the worst draft out of any team. I'm gonna put Aaron Rodgers in elite. I think Aaron Rodgers as one of the greatest of all time. Still has some years in him. I wouldn't say any more than 7 though.
That's a stretch, bro. 7?
I said I wouldn't say any more than 7.
Yeah, but still, I wouldn't say any more than like 4.
Hey man, Tom Brady's been playing for ever.
But Aaron Rodgers scrambles so much though. All right, next we got Kyler. Kyler had a very amazing season last year, but A, he played 1 season. B, the Cardinals were trash, and I know he didn't have a lot of stuff around him, but that's just the reality of the situation. I can't put him in an elite yet. It's like in the middle of like unproven and solid.
I
have to put him in solid.
I think he's actually very proven. To be honest, I know
but we don't know like what his peak is yet. We can't tell like what he's going to be, but he's solid at the moment. But I bet you next year he can work his way up to elite.
Okay, I'll take that.
There's Gardner.
ESPN. I also saw you had Gardner Minshew over Phillip Rivers. Now, I am a biased person because of being a Colts fan, but I do not think Gardner Minshew is ahead of Phillip Rivers. I think Gardner Minshew belongs in the unproven, not the unknown, because he did play half the season. I think unproven. I think that in the right system, not the Jaguar system, that's 100% sure. I think in the right system, he could be actually a very solid.
Bro, Gardner is like the hardest one because like he's unproven. He had a good season last year.
Nothing great.
Yeah, nothing insane.
At best, he's average.
I mean, Zach's a little bit biased because he hates DJ Chark for some reason. So
I don't hate DJ Chark.
Yes, you do.
He's solid. He's a solid receiver.
Whatever, I agree with him.
I just don't like AFC South teams, and I don't have to because you see what's on my wall back there. Door, whatever.
He has a lot of stickers in his room about football. I know Zach's looking at Phillip Rivers right now.
Hey man, he looks nice in that blue.
Okay, so we got Drew Locke here. There's nothing you can tell me he's unproven. He had a good year last year when he was playing very well with the Broncos, but he's unproven because he's played 1 season yet. And we don't know what he has.
Not even a full season.
Yeah, not even a full season.
Look at these two. Looks like they're holding hands.
Just
like me and you, Luke. Me and you.
Our 2 quarterbacks.
Now, I am biased, and so is Luke. So we're gonna go with our biased routes here.
I'm not gonna be biased.
Superstar. I'm just playing. Phillip Rivers is a very solid quarterback. A lot of you guys.
Oh,
would be
you
like,
guys
oh,
are cap. Oh my god.
all of you guys would be like, oh, he's super average.
He's average
No.
at this point in his career.
Hey man, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the check down. If you follow the check down on Instagram or Twitter, they have ran a Madden sim for, I think.
It's a video game.
Hey, hold on. It's a simulation that's real life, based off of real life. Now, I don't know how many weeks they've ran. It might be around 10, somewhere around 10. At the moment, Phillip Rivers is around third in passing yards and I think second in passing touchdowns. Now I know it's a Madden sim. There's not a lot to talk about or to learn about from the Colts roster right now, besides the fact that they're doing Zoom workouts and Phillip Rivers and Ryan Kelly are working on snap counts through Zoom. Okay? That's what we know. Paying attention to this Madden sim has gotten me excited for the NFL season. And you know what? I'm allowed to be excited. In the right system, which is our system, obviously, I think Phillip Rivers is going to have a really good year.
Bro, he threw 12 billion picks last year. It's
Phillip Rivers has the 30 worst ranked offensive line last season.
Jack, bro.
Now, with the number 1 ranked offensive line in the NFL, and with players that hopefully don't drop balls this season, I think that Phillip Rivers can be super solid.
Now that I'm thinking, you think, Jacoby was very bad for the team he was playing.
Oh man, I have so many screenshots of just the yellow circle around a wide open receiver and Jacoby throwing it like
And
that.
bro, Jacoby had all the best offensive linemen in the entire NFL, and he was trash.
He started the season very well.
Okay, I have Baker. This is the problem I have with this, Zach. Baker Mayfield, at this moment, is better than Phillip Rivers.
I didn't say that he was high solid. I would say mid.
But Baker Mayfield isn't elite yet.
I would say he's mid to high solid.
No, I think he's better than Phillip Rivers, but he's not elite yet. Baker, bro, trust me, people are too soon to say everybody's going Baker's trash. Bro, he's played 1.5 seasons. You've seen what he's capable of. In his first year, he went crazy. Last year, he was getting used to things. He had one of the worst head coaches in NFL history. And now he has Kevin Stefanski. He has a good team around him. We just drafted a good offensive lineman. Just wait until he comes into his own. Baker is going to be crazy. Better than Phillip Rivers. Freaking shot put.
I agree with that. Phillip Rivers is 39, I believe. So.
Any quarterback that comes to the Colts, Zach's like, oh yes, let's go. And he makes a fan page for them.
I did not. Now, I'm a secondary Panthers fan, and the Panthers signed this guy, Teddy Bridgewater, this past season. Right here, he's not unknown. I would say he's unproven, just because of the fact that he started 4 games last season and now is on a different team. I'm excited to watch him. I think that the Panthers are in full rebuild mode at the moment, building around Christian McCaffrey, one of my favorite players.
And DJ Moore, shout out DJ Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey. I think those two can be really good. And I think if they build the right system around those two, they can have a really good team.
All right, we have Jimmy Garoppolo. This team had one of the best all-around teams in all of NFL, and they made it to the Super Bowl. So we got to give Jimmy Garoppolo props for that. But what he did and his numbers, I got to say Jimmy Garoppolo is an average quarterback. And I know he made it to the Super Bowl, but look, Jimmy Garoppolo's talent is not as good as any of the people in the solid tier. So I'm putting Jimmy Garoppolo at average because the talent isn't that amazing, but he did make it to the Super Bowl, so we got to give him some.
Ooh. All right. I'm actually going to put him right here. I'm going to put him in front of Foles. Patrick Mahomes, man. I'm excited to talk about Mahomes. I think Mahomes will go down as the greatest quarterback in NFL history. I know that's very ballsy.
Damn.
What he's doing in the NFL right now is different than I've seen.
I agree. People who say Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback in the NFL,
tripping. Now listen.
The best quarterback ever. That's.
I think he will.
Okay, I have a question.
If Patrick Mahomes stays doing what he's been doing over the past 2 years, he will go down as the greatest quarterback.
If you put any of the other players in the superstar tier on that Super Bowl Chiefs team, do you think they'd still win a Super Bowl?
These 3 players?
If you put Lamar or Russ on the Chiefs team,
I think Russ wins it. I don't think Lamar does. Lamar, I don't know about his clutch ability yet. I think that Russell Wilson's one of the most clutch players in the NFL, but I don't know about Lamar's clutch factor yet.
But think about it. Look, Mahomes that was his 3rd year. He's already throwing left-handed, no look passes. Like he's evolving the game of football. Like it's crazy, bro. This dude.
Hey, it's only a matter of time until he's going below the legs, man. Only a matter of time.
So okay, next up on the list, Ryan Tannehill. So Ryan was my fantasy starter for a good the last quarter of last year, and he was very good. Ryan Tannehill, he's a solid quarterback. Okay, and it kind of hurts me to he's solid. Yeah, okay. It kind of hurts me to say that him and Phillip Rivers on the same tier.
Phillip Rivers is low solid.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill led his team to the conference Super Bowl. Is that what you? Conference finals. Conference finals last year. He led his team with Derrick Henry and AJ Brown.
Conference championship.
Conference championship.
I know you're a basketball guy before football, but I mean.
I know, but look, Ryan Tannehill, if he could do anything similar to what he did last year, I still think the Titans aren't a one season wonder, and I think the Titans can do big things. So yeah, Ryan Tannehill, very, very good, very, very solid, especially what he did last year.
I hate to say it, but I'm not a big Tannehill fan. I wouldn't consider myself one. Mitchell Trubisky. Now let's move on to Mitchell Trubisky.
Trash.
Bum. Straight bum. Straight terrible. Terrible.
So bad.
I think he would be below both those other two guys on the bum tier.
The Bears are so stupid. Bro, all their quarterbacks in the past 10 years have all been bad, except for
Smoking Jay Cutler.
Yeah, Jay Cutler. That's what I was trying to say.
Jay Cutler
He had a couple good years, but bro.
Yeah. Hey man, you get another one of these guys.
To an unknown rookie, even though we don't know who's gonna start. I think when training camps happen, that's going to be fun to see the competition there. But, yeah, unknown, too.
That Dwayne Haskins?
Yep.
Very unproven. Dwayne Haskins...
but he was pretty bad last year.
He was pretty bad. But
he had no weapons.
Even start the whole season, I would put him in that category of unproven. I think that I saw some glimpses of stardom with some of his.
I feel like with every rookie quarterback, you see some glimpses of stardom.
Hey man, he had some really good passes to Terry McLaurin. I think that those two could be.
That's true, and that was his only weapon.
I think those two could be a dynamic duo. Obviously, the Redskins are in full rebuild mode.
Okay, we got Deshaun Watson up next. He's not worse than Russell Wilson, so he's on the superstar tier. You see the stuff that Deshaun Watson's doing. He's one of the most clutch quarterbacks in the NFL. And just with DeAndre Hopkins, you saw what he accomplished. And he's just a superstar. It's evident in his game. So, Deshaun Watson's a superstar.
Derek Carr. Now, I don't remember the exact year it was, but I remember Derek Carr got hurt. Derek Carr messed up his ankle. And since that ankle injury, Derek Carr has never
been the same.
Derek Carr, I remember he was going to he took his team to the wild card. And it was week 17. He was playing my Colts. And somebody from my Colts rolled his ankle really bad. Now Derek Carr back in the day, solid elite, high solid, maybe elite.
Wait, when you think about it, it's kind of since they hired John Gruden, Derek Carr's average.
I think Derek Carr is a low average quarterback.
And I think Matthew Stafford is a high average quarterback because he was playing very good last year. I know he does have a lot of receiving weapons around him, and that offense is literally just throw as far as you can. So he does get he's kind of forced to make these crazy passes. But yeah, Matthew Stafford, he's still talented. He's still good. He's had a really good career. He hasn't had a lot of weapons around him for most of his career. But he's been riddled with injuries, that back injury. But yeah, Matthew Stafford's really good. I just can't put him as solid right now. So.
Especially with the Lions team.
Yeah.
Now, I think we should do a little bit of rearranging.
All right. Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of rearranging, and we're going to come back to you guys when we're done with the list, and then we're going to do a final review. So
yeah. All right. We're back. We did a little bit of rearranging up here, and a little bit down here, which we obviously are not a big fan of Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is
I hate Jared Goff.
Done a lot for the city of Los Angeles.
Bro, Jared Goff
is down a lot too.
Bro, Robert Woods could be so much better than what he is right now. He just has Jared Goff throwing to him.
That whole receiving core.
Bro, Cooper Kupp had one of the best years. Cooper Kupp had a really good year last year. And it had Jared Goff throwing to him. Remember when you traded Mike Evans for Cooper Kupp?
Yeah, that's actually a very good trade at the end of the season.
Yeah, at the end of the season.
Okay, now in order of rookie, we just ranked it by pick, and obviously he's unknown because he's thrown 4 passes. One of them picked 6. He's arguably a bum. Yeah, I think that this is the tier list.
Unproven isn't really in an order. I mean, but like if you're gonna put them in order of talent, like Tom Brady obviously first, but Tom Brady and Gardner are probably the two trickiest ones. Tom Brady's unproven with his team, but obviously he's superstar with his whole career. But right now, I think he's solid, so like we don't know where to put Tom
I
Brady.
think that's what I do.
This is the final tier list. You guys can be looking forward for us to be doing more tier lists with different positions, like running back, wide receiver, etc. So, yeah, tell us what you guys think about this video, and see y'all in the next one. Peace out.